This, to me, seems like the biggest news story in my lifetime. Indigenous Americans having a problem with, let's say, Haitian immigrants. That straight up, people having a negative reaction to that is the biggest news story I've seen in my lifetime. And this is not hyperbole.
There was Haitians in a white van driving around the neighborhoods.
Is this AI?
Collecting cats, skinning them and eating them.
They're being paid to be here.
Okay, now it's brass tacks. They're getting shipped in, getting paid to be there. They're straight up a military operation. Everyone knows this by now, right? Has nothing to do with people's feelings or some life that they're escaping from. That's stuff to energize women and children. Wait, what is that? If you see, you know, some guy crying, someone from all the way across the world, some guy crying, who does that appeal to? Women and children. That make any sense to you at all? As for my people, children are their oppressors and women rule over them. So there's a reason why. And a lot of this warfare is going to appeal to women and children. Why do you think they teach your children all, you know, about sacrificing everything, all of your quality of life for nothing, straight up for nothing? I think people kind of understand that by now, that it's a military operation. It's just hard. It's hard to have an opinion on real golem factories. Because you see people like this, these people that come from literally hell.
Civil War?
You know, these people that come from hell, they come from a baby farm golem factory. They are bred specifically to come here and to annihilate in their own way. Hey, and it's, I'm not trying to be nasty. But it's nothing personal. That's what they were born to do. I know that it's simply a displacement. It's simply a forced invasion. It's simply a baby farm golem factory. These people weren't born in affluent places. They were born specifically in torture and poverty so they could grow up to be invaders without even knowing it. Hey, that's what it is. It is what it is. I mean, most of them, I don't know if they know what they're doing. I don't care. Who cares if they know what they're doing? Who's doing it? You think it's them? You think they pulled the money together? You think they got the scratch together and they got the logistics done of getting shipped over here, having a jobs that aren't even listed? You think they were just pretty good? They were good at Monster.com? You think they were good at Booking.com? Dude, they grew up in a baby farm pain mill. But just know, whatever force comes in and wrecks quality of life, the economy, this small business. Wait, the annihilation of small business and the displacement of the population, or rents and real estate and all that, personal private property and all that, et cetera, et cetera. Does that sound familiar? Let's see, confiscation of private property, no ownership. I mean, I just don't even remember. I don't read any Marx. You know, all that stuff. From the manifesto, from the Communist Manifesto. I don't even remember. I try not to know these things. I don't want to know them. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Does all the stuff that's happening right now sound familiar? Just know that this is a strategy, a long-term strategy that is going lightning fast, setting the stage for race wars and civil unrest and civil war only benefits the rulers in power. When there are emergencies declared, the Emergency Act is declared, and then anything goes. That's a problem. You got bigger problems than blacks, okay? You want to speak plainly? It's the absolute truth. You want to waste your energy on misdirected hatred? Hey, hate the game, not the player. If everyone put their foot down and started fighting this, I don't even know what would happen. I don't even want to think of what would happen. So we're into solutions. We're into that. I'm not looking to amplify problems, but this is in regards to a military operation. What the hell else do you say about that? Other than you cannot be afraid. A state of fear is unnatural and it's bad, and it makes the world sick. Makes the Lord sick when you feel fear or you feel despair. I just try not to think things in. I just try not to manifest negatively. I do not like to manifest negatively. That's easy, and I've done it before. You know, you can blow a stack and you can call people rat people, or you can say people that are willing to leave their place and go invade another are rat people. That's another one that's easy to say. And I'm not exactly disagreeing with that. But what I mean is, if it gets too bad in the country you're in right now, I'm not talking about Haiti. If you have the means, there's a chance that you could be leaving someplace, go in the mountains somewhere. Again, you're not shoo-in for jobs and housing and everything and all that. There are some shoo-ins. There are lots of shoo-ins that are taxpayer funded. That's okay. It's a military operation. It's different than going to the mountains. You understand what I'm saying? When the time to go to the mountains comes, then you will be going to the mountains. You're not going to stay. You're not going to stay and salute. I should say, we mentioned on the Palace, is that I didn't even have to shoot these guys. They were shooting themselves.
They saw my face and they shot themselves.
Yeah, they shot themselves and they were shooting at each other. They were beefing over shoes or something like that. If you ever have to fight a race war in this country, then you better not be living in the ghetto when it happens. If it really hits bad in this country, then if I were you, I wouldn't be in the ghetto. And if I were from the ghetto, I sure as shit wouldn't want to bring any of my war to places outside of it, because it would be a very strategically disadvantageous position to maintain. So there is no reason to fear. If it hits the fan, you're not fighting freaking Green Berets. You're fighting people in many cases that will be killing themselves and fighting over stuff, or unable to get along enough to run formation and to execute things. Not even a chance. Not a chance. It doesn't make sense hating the player, because a lot of people, even that aren't flooded in, they don't know what they do. And I'm not sure. I try not to have a prophecy about these things. It's still an easy thing for a government with unlimited military and unlimited money. It's it's so easy to round people up and ship them anywhere you want. It's straight up easy for a government to do that. It's easy. So if that's not happening, it's not meant to happen. And it's not within your power to facilitate. But for the people to do, you would have to fight your own National Guard. If you tried to expel a certain type of population from your country, you would be fighting the National Guard, and they all will be white. If you tried to fix certain things, you would be fighting the National Guard. Are you kidding me? Anyway, I think that's rather interesting. Your worst nightmares have happened many times in this world. You can look into Russia and the Ukraine, you can look into Cambodia, you can look into China. Their ethnic cleansing and biblical genocide has been happening for a long time. Hey, maybe it's only been 300 years since the last cataclysm. I don't know. Regardless, the last couple centuries have been a demon cleaner. We got another one of these deals. Let's take a look at these, okay? One of the classics. Parents of a boy who was, I guess, murdered by a Haitian illegal. Now, I don't know. Again, I'll say it. I don't know if this even happened. I don't know if someone even died. I don't know if those are really his parents. I don't know. You don't know if this is real. You don't know if those are his parents. You've seen a lot of stuff on other abominations that have happened in your lifetime. The guys laughing, joking, and then the same people in 5 shootings. So there's that. I just want to say it. Regardless of this, let's say this is real. Let's say this is real. This demoralization thing is not real. Only an actor says these things, okay? Let's say it again. They can vomit all the hate they want about illegal immigrants, the border crisis, and even untrue claims about fluffy pets being ravaged and eaten by community members. I wish that my son, blah, 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 was killed by a 60-year-old white man, and I bet you never thought anyone would ever say something so blunt. Only actors deliver lines like this. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Fuck everyone. These are actors. Those are actors. And I'm not saying it's not their son, this isn't real. I'm not even saying that. But regardless, those lines, that makes them actors. It's not, and it's just demoralization. It's not possible for real parents to react to the murder of their son in this way. It is not possible, and I don't believe it. Well, it's a meme now. They just did the meme. But what about these tasty tacos? You know, my daughter was raped to death, but I don't mind it because the tacos down the street are pretty good. This is, you know, a huge troll and a huge bit of whatever you want to call that, demoralization meme. It's very, very powerful. People that look at this and believe this completely happening, it has a very profoundly damaging effect on people that believe this completely. Just like what I was talking about, the practical application of witchcraft. This is witchcraft. Is it possible for you to believe parents would say this? I wish that my son was killed by a white man. I don't believe it. Are you kidding me? Who's everyone voting for? Everyone voting for anything? You're going through a microwave at the airport every time you go. You're getting taxed 5 times on your income at the end of the day.
Doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan.
In housing, and the cost of housing is too expensive for far too many people.
The cost of housing is too expensive. What now? The cost of housing is too expensive. What now? Oh, wait, nothing? Oh, wait, nothing?
We have inflation like very few people have ever seen.
Inflation, the stuff's 7 times more expensive than when your parents were your age or whatever the hell, depending on how vintage you are. Okay, we'll vote. Now what? Now what? Oh, wait, nothing? Oh.
Afraid they might go to jail, and she's bleeding out in a car in the park.
What's this? What's with her jive? I've never even heard it talk before. She's jive.
So graciously, they did bad things or a bad job. I fired them. They never fired one person.
Would never survive another. Let's ask people who have worked with him. That he would weaponize the so rich.
Sass and jive.
He admires dictators. Donald Trump is
makes sense.
That these dictators and
dictators look at your rent, look at your mortgage, look at your inflation, look at your taxes, look at your neighbors.
One that caused it. That's weak on national security by allowing every nation last month for the year 168 different countries sending people into our country.
Oh, wait, this is bad now?
Incompetent. And I just ask what.
This is bad now? I thought it was like a good thing. I thought it was a good thing where that was happening. Now it's bad?
To build what I call an opportunity economy.
Oh. Do you think if we build an opportunity economy, the inflation will go down or your rent will go down? Or maybe your community will be a bit less invaded? Or that your children will stop being blasted into hell by teachers? Let's say that. Or their neighbors, or being molested by pornography and snuff gore on the internet. Huh. I wonder if is that included in the whatever she said, the economy? Why should women trust Donald Trump on the issue of abortion? That's a good question. I bet it's gonna change if you vote, though. I bet all these issues probably gonna change if they vote. Remember how good things changed 8 years ago or even 4 years ago?
Elect. I'll get it done before even becoming president.
I might vote this year. I might actually vote this year. Know what I might vote for? I might vote for an increase of legal immigration by 1,000 times. By 1,000 times. And also, I would say we're going to print more money. We're going to increase inflation. We'll do that too. We'll make sure teachers are doing witchcraft on your children without knowing it. We'll make sure that too. Oh, know what also we'll make sure? We're going to make sure that no one has to get their genitals fondled anymore or go through a microwave at an airport. Anyone going to make sure of that? Anyone going to make sure you don't have to take off your damn shoes to get on a plane? Anyone going to make sure of that? Anyone going to make sure that military pornography is banned? Anything like that. How about fentanyl? Oh, we don't have the technology to stop that. Why not? Because we bring it in. Oh, shit. Yo, you know who I might vote for? I might vote for gunpoint sex changes. If a candidate was out in support for that, I would actually vote for them. Know what I would vote for? Mandatory euthanasia at 15 years old. So now your max lifespan is 15 years. Why doesn't a candidate do something like that? You know what I mean? I'm intrigued by the choices that we have. Jive choice. Have you guys ever heard of jive choice? No, I remember some more right-wing stuff like who the people that are getting banned, What's the house cleaning that's going on with the right-wing Twitter sphere and all that stuff? Who is it? There's Tim Pooley. That's like they're spies or something. Like they're saying they're Russian or Chinese spies or something like that. What are they called? Tenant Media? Russian Asset. Oh, adding me to that? Okay, here's Russian Asset. Tim Pool's the beanie guy, right? Now, she does right-wing politics, right? She's getting thrown out. Laura Chen. What did she do? Drain guys' balls? What does she do for a living? Drain balls? Have orgasms? Let's just look up Tenant. There are multiple matches for Tenant, including a word that means you know what. She came with a MAGA hat on. Like, she looks familiar. One of the MAGA hat lady. I mean, there have been a lot of inside girls, a lot of orgasm girls over the years that have especially been in the right wing sphere. Remember all them? The classics? Remember the classics? Oh, sick. Remember the classics? It's strange. But there's more, and now it's Russian, whatever the hell. Oh my God, man. There's been a bunch of them. Anyway, I have a sort of a similar opinion on a bunch of them. You know what I mean? They seem like we need some of this. It seems a little bit feverish. The classic crew, like Southern and Chen. There was another one that was one of the orgasm girls. The one that looks a little bit altered. There's Loomer. I mean, they're all classic. Faith. Yeah, I remember Faith Goldie, right? There used to be the original Orgasm Girls crew. So good. Every picture you got looks like they're about to drain balls. It's so good. You get the ball drainers up in front of the camera talking politics. They get up there, they're having orgasms. Get the fuck out of here. It's crazy to me. And look at this. As for my people, children are their oppressors and women rule over them. That seems familiar, doesn't it? Doesn't it seem a little bit familiar? Funny what they do, their roles and their positions is funny. It's funny, but it's just shocking to me how goon girls. It's just shocking to me. Shocking to me the quality of intellect going around, and it's just a sort of a ball draining vibration that emanates that I think is very interesting.